I'm gonna start my warm up and then I'll just play it by ear. So I might be able to film some stuff. Yesterday was a day where I was like thinking through things and basically coming up with ideas of things that I could do to feel better on the weekends, to reset better, all of that. So I definitely know that I'm super, super weak. Good morning. It's Monday, 5:55. I came down here early today and the old man is still in here in the room and I'm really freaking annoyed at it, but whatever. It's Monday, it's gonna be a good day. Even if my room is taken, at least the other one works now. The sky is really pretty. I showed it to you a second ago, but look at that. It's really pretty. Anyway, let me backtrack really quickly to yesterday. Sorry, it's quite loud right now. There's lots of birds and stuff. But anyway, so I was vlogging a bit here and there yesterday. I did not quite get to as many things as I would have liked, but that's okay. Yesterday, why are they so loud? Yesterday was a day where I was like thinking through things and basically coming up with ideas of things that I could do to feel better on the weekends, to reset better, all of that. So it's kind of to be expected to not get as much done as I wanted to, or fit as much in. It's not really about getting things done, but it's about doing a few different things like I talked about yesterday, I believe. So I didn't get nearly all of those things done, especially since we ended up going to Macro, but the grocery store, but that's okay. What else do I need to update you on? So what we did end up doing, which I told you, we were swimming and we read Atomic Habits and stuff like that. That ended up being a really good time. And right after I finished reading some stuff, and then I talked about some stuff. And I think that part of yesterday is truly what helped me get my mind ready for the week. I just felt really both relaxing, but also like in a, I don't want to say in a productive way because it's not like work or whatever, but it was relaxing, but in a way that we were like thinking about things, thinking about how we can improve things, reading personal development, and also getting in some exercise in the pool, but felt nice and cool, which was really nice. So yeah, I don't know. It was a really good time where we did that. So that being said, there's one thing that I added for the morning that I wanted to say really quickly, because this was actually a side note. I was thinking about this when I was in the pool by myself when King was reading. Ow, fuck. Sorry, that was my knee. I extended it too much. Moving on. When I was in the pool by myself, I was thinking about how much I really have to be grateful for, and I haven't been thinking like that or about that in such a long time, and I've just been focusing on all the wrong things, and I really felt like I needed to add a gratitude practice back into my life because it's been so long. So I decided to do that. I'll actually write on the screen what they say in the book. Sorry for the angles. It's really tiring holding it up with my shoulders. But I'll write on the screen what they say in the book. But how I said it to actually fit it into my life was I will write one thing I'm grateful for at the beginning of my walk every day. I believe that's what I said. So I did that today, which is good. Obviously for gratitude, especially if you're only writing one thing, Ooh, there's lots of bees and stuff. You don't like, I would say, reap the benefits until later, but it was still nice to set myself up for a good day, like mentally just practice being grateful for what I already have instead of like, oh, but my life's not like I want it to be yet. Like, it is what it is. Like, this is my life, whether I like it or not. And it's not that I hate it. It's just, obviously, career-wise, especially, I'm not doing what I want to do with my life, which has been super frustrating for me for quite a while now. But I need to remind myself to just be grateful for what I have at the moment. You know, today I was talking about the flexibility that I have, because truly I do. Like, sure, it's not perfect. I'm by myself all day, which I hate, to be honest. If you're an extrovert, I think you understand. So I'm by myself all day. I'm not doing a job I like, but I do have flexibility. So I literally have to work in the morning. Sometimes I even get extra breaks, which is incredible. And then I'm literally done by the time it's afternoon, like usually before afternoon. And then I get to work on my own personal goals, which is incredible as well, because that usually does not happen. So I need to like let go of the whole career thing for right now, because it's not time for that. I want it to be, but it's not. And I know that it's not, because personal training is a very different field than most. Like I have to be in a good place and in a certain place to be able to even start thinking about that, really, in order to actually help my clients, in order to be passionate about my job, all of that kind of stuff. I am sweating, it's hot. Anyway, I basically talked this whole lap, which I didn't mean to. But one other new thing, I guess, is now I'm walking up at the top here. Last week I started walking in the morning, and I walked down here, which is a much shorter thing. So I walked like 2 or 3 laps. This time I'm only gonna walk 1 for now. I think I'll slowly start to increase that as time goes on. But it feels really good to get in some light exercise in the morning. I'm not a morning exerciser. I'm just not. Like, I hate that thought of like really pushing some weight and putting in a lot of effort in the morning, because I'm just not there. But like this I can do, and I feel like it's such a great way, especially if I'm focusing on gratitude and any other mental thing that I need to, whether it's thinking about something or not thinking about something. All of that I think is really important. So I'm getting my life together. Moral of the story, I guess. I'm getting my life together one day at a time, one step at a time. And Atomic Habits is so helping me, which is exciting. But yeah, I didn't mean to talk this whole time. I'm sorry. I know it's a super long clip, but I hope you found something valuable in this as well. Because I know that I can't be alone in my thinking and how my life has been. And I want you to know that you're not alone either. I finish around 12.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Can you probably run it, but can you please let me know?
Okay.
Because I have like a couple of job interviews later on, so
Okay.
I don't want to, no rush, I don't want to disturb
Okay.
you. So.
Yeah, I have classes that I teach, so I'm not done until like actually 12, and then I'll be done. What?
Yeah, you teach really early. That's...
Yeah, I do.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. I'm so hot. After that walk, like I'm literally sweating. There's one thing I wanted to say that I didn't say, I forgot. I was not carrying coffee this morning because I completely forgot to order it yesterday, which is a big no-no. That's something I was looking forward to having this week because I didn't have it all last week. And like I bought coffee at the vending machine over there, but I didn't have my iced coffee that I've been having, and I've been really missing it, even though it's not as good as it was before because they changed up what they have. But I am gonna try to get King to order it for me so that I can go grab it whenever I breaks and stuff, and then I will actually get coffee. I decided to not get it at the vending machine today. It's just kind of a waste of money, and I really didn't want it. I would really like my iced coffee instead. So I'm trying to chug right along for these next little bit. Hopefully he can order it soon and it won't take too long, but we'll see. Okay, there's one more thing that I told myself that I was going to do before work and before YouTube is I would prepare my day. So that's planning / visualizing / whatever I need to do to get ready for the day. And then after that, it's all like I can spend time on YouTube, and that's totally fine. I feel like I have a few things that I want to write down as far as like behavior changes that I didn't quite get to the other day. I also have a list of things that I need to be working on because I didn't do everything yesterday and all of that. So let's get to work, I guess. All right, just finished work. It is 12:07 and I just hit my goal of 3,500 steps because I updated it last week was 3,000 steps goal. This week it's at least 3,500, which it would be great if it could be like 3,500 to 4,000, somewhere in there, which most of the time I'm getting that anyway, but I just want to slowly add the amount that I set because otherwise I'm going to be very disappointed in myself if I can't make it happen. And I'm also, I don't think I mentioned this this morning. Today I am actually keeping track of the things that I'm doing at the times and how many steps I'm reaching by those times, so that when it is time for me to have to be adding some steps intentionally in order to reach that goal, because that will happen. Right now it's not so much happening because on the days when I'm doing my thing and doing what I want to do every day, that easily happens because obviously a 3,000 steps, 4,000 steps is not that big a deal. Once we start getting into probably 5,000, 6,000 beyond, that will change though, because I am at home all the time, obviously. So it's just very different than if I were to go off to a job all day. If I was a personal trainer in person walking around all day, or whatever the case may be, if I was like outside every single day for a long period of time, that would probably be way different, but that's not my life right now, and that's okay. So anyway, I'm just keeping track of that today. Hopefully I'll remember to do this over this week and maybe beyond. We'll see how long I want to keep track of it, but that will just give me a better idea to be able to know, okay, I should slip in one more lap when I walk during these times that I can. Basically in my longer breaks and that kind of thing, I'll be like, okay, I need to add one more long walk in here, or one more lap in here to make up some time, especially if I don't have smaller breaks throughout the day and just stuff like that. I think that will really end up helping. So I'm about to go to the gym. I think I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna fill up my water bottle and head there. I'm gonna try to film some stuff if it's empty enough. Today is a new workout, which I'm excited about. I think it'll be good. I'm starting to do a lot more leg stuff. Like I didn't really get to start this until today, unfortunately. So I am starting some new leg stuff. We're gonna have to see how it goes. I'm gonna try not to be disappointed no matter what, because today's literally just like a baseline day to see where I'm at, what is happening, how much pain is in my knee when I'm doing stuff, especially for leg extension and leg curl machines, because I am starting those today. What? I'm a little nervous, to be honest, just because, you know, in the past I've tried them. They've been very, very painful, and I'm still expecting some pain, but not as bad. Like, I think the range of motion will probably be shortened today, and that's fine. But I'm hopeful that I can at least do it in the way that I'm doing it. And if I end up filming today, I will kind of explain what I'm doing at some point, but we'll have to see how busy it is. I hope it's not busy. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. I can never tell. So let's head off to the gym. I'm a little bit late just because it's Monday and I've been working an extra half hour because I have that half hour reserved for my client, which we don't meet every week, but I just have it that way now. So half hour-ish later than normal getting off work, so I'm a little bit late, but that's okay. All right, I need to find my, what should I call it? What is that called? earbuds, and then grab my bag down here, fill up my water bottle, refill it up. I have drank whatever, some of it today. I didn't do the best, but not the worst either. So it's like half empty, half full. So gym time, woohoo! I'm excited actually. I don't know. I'm feeling good. I'm trying to focus on the right things, good things. Started my day off better today. Started my week off better today. This week, I guess. So it's good. It's all about focusing on the right things, and that's what I'm trying to focus on right now. Maybe I'll go more into that at some point, but I gotta get to the gym right now. So I found some mask in there. I just don't want to use this one because it's just kind of annoying. It's also hard to like do this, which you're not allowed to do this, but if there's no one around or whatever, I do sometimes. But not as much as I had hoped. Probably just because I don't want to get in the way, and I need enough space, basically. Alright, I need to check out what my warm-up is to remind myself, and then I'll try to film that place because over here in the corner there's not anyone here.
My daydreams are killing me. Feel like I'm losing my mind. I'm never feeling okay. Good days are so hard to find. Just help me numb all the pain. I'm one step from dying. My angels keep it at bay. Can't blame the people for trying. Just let me fall to my grave. Just let me fall to my grave. To kill it. And I'm losing my stuff. To kill it. Just let me fall to my grave. Just let me fall to my grave.
My knee was literally cracking twice every time I did that. Obviously my bad knee. I feel like that's not great, but yeah.
Heart fails under pressure. Wonder if these bad days will last forever. So pessimistic from the past. All the good things end up in caskets. I'm never feeling okay. Good days are so hard to find. Just help me numb all the pain. One step from dying. My angels keep it at bay. Can't blame the people for trying. Just let me fall to my grave. Just let me fall to my grave. To kill it. And I'm losing my stuff. To kill it. Just let me fall to my grave. To kill it.
Okay, so for some weird reason, my phone's not connected to my gimbal. I'll need to figure that out later. Maybe I need to see a charger or something. It looks like it should be fine battery-wise, but I don't know. Anyway, so I finished trying to use the light extension slash extreme curl machine. As you can tell, that footage I took. Well, I had to take it first of all for my hand, which I was not planning on, but like I said, it wasn't connected to the gimbal for some reason. I couldn't stop, so I'm just gonna let it be what it is and just do stuff as I can. But as you can see from the footage, it didn't go great. I mean, that's to be expected. It's obviously the first time that I have tried, so I definitely know that I'm super, super weak, and that sucks. I don't know why I'm laughing because I think that's just what I do. I'm like, oh my god, that sucks. Yeah, definitely found out how weak I am, which is not fun for me at all. You can see, especially like hamstring curl. I'm trying to do negatives right now, and hamstrings actually felt much better, much stronger. They're definitely stronger than quads, but you actually on the footage you can tell, like, it looks like I'm just doing double leg, but I was actually trying to release my good leg, but I was not able to even hold the weight stack in place. So like an iso hold for my hamstring with my bad leg. That shows how weak it is and how bad it is right now. But I guess today is my starting point, honestly, checking out my heart rate. So today's my starting point, and this is my baseline. This is where I'm at. I have to just accept it and be okay with it as much as possible, so that I don't, like, I can't just like sit here and like be down on myself or hate myself for where I'm at, because that doesn't do anyone any good. And also trying to start somewhere where I'm not at doesn't do me any good either. I need to start where I'm at, swallow my pride, and do what I can. Hopefully I will be able to see progress because I'm starting where I'm at. So that was just the first part. I gotta get going. I don't want my heart rate to go down too far. So I will try to follow through my hand as much as I can, but a lot less than I was going to because the camera is not working for some reason. I will try to figure it out and have more footage up some other day.
Just let me fall to my grave.
Especially on that first rep, that felt way better than it has probably ever before on the heel taps. So that's exciting. The first round definitely felt the best, and then number 2 and 3 still felt better than normal, I would say. Not great, still a lot of pain in my knee, but the reps felt better. Like, I feel like the form was better slightly. I'll watch the footage and see if I agree after that, but definitely felt better than before, which is really, really fun to see. I just finished my actual workout. Okay, so I just finished my actual workout. I am going to do the bike So this is what happens to your hair when you have a good workout. So that was a longer workout than normal. The actual like beef of the workout, not including warm up, not including this part afterwards. It was 59 minutes, I think he said. Usually it's around 30 to 39. Definitely before 40 minutes recently. Like I said, that's not including the warm up cardio, or the stuff afterwards. So just like the main portion of the what's it called? The workout. So I feel pretty good today, actually, to be honest. Yeah, I tried to update you as I could. There wasn't that much to update. I'm happy that I know my baseline for leg extensions and leg curls, and I'm happy that the heel taps felt better form-wise. I feel like they looked a little bit better as well, but that's just because I feel like the form felt a lot better. So that's really, really good. I'm gonna get on the bike now, as I said, after I drink some water. Okay. Sorry for this angle this whole time. It's obviously on the bike. Okay, so I'm gonna jump on the bike and I'm going to do intervals of sorts today. So my PT really wants me to up the resistance that I'm able to do. So I'm going to be working today. We'll see how I feel. Like right now it feels decently good. Not the best. It is cracking a lot and there's some pain, but it's fine. So I'm gonna go, I think, between level 4 and level 3. It's kind of like an intervals thing for now, and see how it goes. The aim, I feel like, is still about 15 minutes, but we'll have to see. It's not really a length thing today. It's more like intervals and trying to up the resistance, and we'll see if I can go beyond that. We'll just see how I feel though. So I think everyone has left, thankfully. So I'm just doing intervals. I will explain what I did because I changed it a little bit after I'm done. Okay, that felt good. Since I'm the only one in here, I think I'll actually come over here. I never do this, but I don't know what's wrong with me today. I'm kind of hungry, so I need to go eat soon. I should have eaten before, but I did not. So, really quickly about the cycling. So what I decided to do was I warmed up for 1 minute on resistance of 3, and then I was like, you know what? I rode for 15 minutes straight on resistance of 4, so I don't feel the need to go between 3 and 4. I can actually up it up, push it up a little bit. So I decided to do 1 minute of warm up on level 3, 1 minute of warm up on level 4, and then into my first technical interval. So I did 1 minute on level 5, and then 2 minutes on level 4. And I did that for a total of 15 minutes, which ended up with my last minute being on level 5, so the harder one. So then I did 1 more minute on level 4 to cool down. Feels pretty good. I actually got in my heart rate in a little bit of the cardio range, or zone 3, which is exciting. I haven't been able to do that very often since my knee. I'm not able to push super hard or super intense as I would have normally. So, and it's super nice to have the gym to myself for most of it, because cardio and mass do not work, in my opinion. They just do not. So I was able to take that off, which was so nice. So I don't know, I just feel like I have been neglecting stretching like my entire life. So I need to get better at that. And since, like I said, the gym is empty, I kind of felt like doing a little bit, and I'm feeling pretty good today. I feel a little bit limited because of my leg, I'm not gonna lie. But I thought I would just do a quick stuff just to start to get in the habit and see if I like doing it after my workout. Like I said, I have, 1 second. Sorry, I kind of see the time and something else was on my watch. It's 2:08, so I'm a little bit later, actually quite a bit later than I normally am because this workout was really long, but that's okay. I'm actually loving it today. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna hate everything because I'm probably gonna be really sore. I just did different things today and I feel like I pushed kind of hard. So I'm gonna stretch really quickly. I don't think I'll show it, at least not much, because I'm not a yoga person and I'm really inflexible. But I just wanna make my body feel a little bit better and prioritize that. And I wanna start getting in the habit now. Okay, so I did stretch a little bit. I actually did a lat stretch on the yoga ball, which felt really good actually. I would say even stretching, it feels like stretching should not be hard with a hurt knee, but it's actually quite hard because every position is difficult. Like I can get on the ground fine and everything, but like I can't really kneel yet. So even the last stretch was hard. I was more leaned on my right leg just because I can't quite kneel on my left leg and put that much weight on it. Or my left knee, I guess I should say. So then that takes out some of the stretches that I could do. And yeah, it's just awkward trying to find the right stretches and stuff based on positions that I'm able to get into or not. All right, I'm gonna go. It is way too late being in here. Oh, I also did one more ROM session because I was in here and I was like, you know what? Let me just finish off with ROM. So I did more of that than stretching, but I felt good. Today was a good day. Really pushed myself hard, so I'm proud of myself, even though I hate feeling weak. That was one thing that I was thinking about. I hate feeling weak, and I definitely felt a bit weak today, per usual. Sorry, someone came in, and it was like right where I was walking when I was sitting. So I hate feeling weak, and I did feel weak several times today. Overall, I still feel good though, which I feel proud about because usually I let this whole like feeling weak thing get me down. I feel really depressed or sad or negative or whatever, but that shows growth in myself, I think, which is really exciting to see. I miss feeling strong. For working, feeling strong in everything. But every little day that I'm here, every day I show up, every day I start a workout, I'm an athlete. Every day I just show up for myself, I'm getting stronger. And that is what I need to focus on. That is what I am focusing on now, which is really good. I really miss being strong, feeling strong. But that day will come, and then we will. So I totally forgot about my finishers somehow. So I'm sitting on the leg press machine. Haven't done it yet. I'm about to. I think I'm just gonna finish up on the leg press and not do the rest because I'm tired and I've been in here a long time and I need to go eat and get on with my day. But I am gonna finish with the leg press, so I'll try to show you that. Set and went well. All right, so it is 2:56 and I'm headed outside to go swim. I have my snorkeling mask and stuff in my bag, and then I also have my book. So I'm going to go do that. It's earlier than normal, but I decided that it's okay to do that, and it brings me more joy in my day when I'm able to look at life this way. So yeah, I think that's a good thing to do this, not necessarily every day, but I feel like it can actually help me be excited about something in my day, which I really need right now. So yeah, looking forward to it. I did eat, by the way, a fit meal that we have delivered to us, and it's good. It's really nice. I ate all of it, which I don't always do, so I was really hungry. So, made it over here. Sorry, it's kind of loud. It's actually been nice. I feel like I've been in the mood to film today, which I haven't in so long, so that's really nice. I didn't bring my gimbal down though. I didn't even think about it. I probably should have, but I am going to get my stuff out and relax for a bit. So yes, I feel kind of ridiculous having this on in a pool, but it's actually really fun and it feels nice. So let's get the show on the road. I will try to catch up with you later when I have a second. Alright, I just finished my little swim, I guess. Now that I'm starting to learn freestyle for real, I'm super bad at it, super out of shape with it, but I'm actually really excited to improve my stroke and my efficiency, and then also improve my endurance with swimming, because I've never really swam at all. So I feel like this is actually a good start, and I'm actually really excited to just get better and improve in both of those areas, because right now both of them suck. I think my stroke is going okay. I will have King look at it periodically, probably see if he can give me any more pointers, but I feel like a lot of it is also just continuing to do it and practice it. So that felt really good. I didn't make it very far. I swam from that end to right about where I'm sitting. Basically, actually even with that other person that's sitting over there, but on this side, but like even-ish with where she's at. So not very far. Probably around the size of the other pool that I was swimming in the other day, like the portion of it that I was swimming. So maybe that's farther actually than I swam the other day, because I couldn't make it all the way. I don't know. Probably a little bit shorter, but anyway, that actually felt really good. Like I don't know what it is about swimming, and I feel the cardio benefits, even though I don't go very far because I'm so out of shape with swimming. I've never legitimately swam. Like I used to take swimming lessons as a kid. That doesn't really count though. I just like to jump off the diving board. So I didn't really learn that much. So anyway, it's fun. So I'm gonna sit here and read a little bit of Atomic Habits and bless you, and just kind of chill for as long as I feel like it, and then I'm gonna go upstairs. I need to get a few more things done because I didn't really get anything outside of work done in what I was working on in the morning. So I need to do some cleaning stuff just real quickly, not too bad. And what else? Actually, that's probably about it, but I don't know. We'll see, but this is probably all that I'm going to film, or at least I'm not going to film much more because there's not really much more to film today. But I'm happy that I'm back. Like, I feel excited to film today. It's not going to be every day, but it does feel really nice to feel happy and excited to film and just like whip my phone out without even thinking about it or being embarrassed or anything. Even though my gimbal wasn't working, I still filmed a lot of my workout, which was good actually. So yeah, feeling good. Okay, so I just finished reading. I did not read a full chapter, just a couple of the little like little like mini sections. I cannot speak anymore. Little mini sections in the chapter. So my body is mostly dry, I think. My swimsuit obviously is not, and my hair is not, but my body mostly is, which is nice. So yeah, I am gonna go upstairs. I just wanted to say really quickly, I hope to be able to duplicate this kind of day that I'm having today a lot more often, because I feel like in the past it's been very like up and down, and I said up and down, up and down. And so like I'd have like one, I would say pretty good day, like today, like my mindset's good, my activities are good, I have more energy because I'm excited about things. And then like the next 3 days afterwards, oh, King is messaging me, sorry, one sec. I will answer that in a second. But anyway, then like 3 days afterwards, I would have terrible days, like feel super tired, super demotivated, and just like whatever. So I am hopefully learning how to make this kind of day more of a reality and happen more often. So it is a good day, and I'm hoping to have more days like this. Okay, I think I need to call King.